Happy Sabbath. Happy Sabbath. Happy Sabbath to the 12 tribes of Israel, scattered to the four corners of the earth. Welcome back to another lesson. All praises and great glory to the Most High Yah for allowing us to see another Sabbath day. Family, we're going to be in Genesis 33 today. Seeing this ending to Jacob and Esau's little feud. There's a lot of meat in here, family. So let's just get straight into it. We're going to start reading off verses 1 through 3. So get your pens ready. Take some notes if you want to. And let's dive in to see what this chapter is truly about and how it connects to us today. So without further ado, family, let's get it. Verse 1, and Jacob lifted up his eyes and looked, and behold, Esau came, and with 400 men. And he divided the children unto Leah, and unto Rachel, and unto the two handmaids. And he put the handmaids and their children foremost, and Leah and her children after, and Rachel and Joseph hindermost. And he passed over before them, and bowed himself to the ground 7 times, until he came near to his brother. Listen up, Israel. Look what's happening here. Your forefather, Jacob, is about to face his brother after 20 years of running. After all that scheming and plotting, after getting that birthright and blessing, now he's got to face the music, family. This ain't just some old story, family. This is about accountability. Jacob represents you. Some of y'all been running from your responsibilities, running from your calling, running from the Most High. But just like Jacob, there comes a time when you got to face your problems. Those 400 men with Esau, that's representing the overwhelming odds, family. Some of y'all are facing right now. Some of y'all looking at your problems like, damn. This is too much for me. But watch how the Most High gonna work this out, family. Watch it. Most High tells us not to fear. Fear thou not, he tells us in Isaiah 41:10. He's with us. Be not dismayed, for he is our God. He says, I will strengthen thee. I will help thee, yea, I will uphold thee with the right hand of righteousness. Proverbs 28:1, Solomon backs it up. The wicked man flee when no man pursueth, but who? The righteous are bold as a lion. Y'all running from child support out there. Running from your responsibilities. Running from your purpose. Some of y'all running from the truth about who you really are. The real children of Israel. But just like Jacob, the Most High going to put you in a position where you got to face. I repeat, the Most High is going to put you in a position where you got to face what you've been running from. When them bills stacking up, when them problems multiplying like Esau's 400 men, that's when you got to learn to trust in the Most High. Some of y'all facing eviction notices right now. Court dates, family drama. Looking like them 400 men coming for you. But watch how the Most High going to work it out if you just trust him. When Jacob lifted up his eyes, family, this wasn't just a casual glance. No, sir. This represents what? Spiritual awakening. Some of y'all been walking around spiritually blind out there. Eyes closed to your situation, but the Most High going to make you lift up your eyes and see reality. Paul tells us in Ephesians 1:18, the eyes of your understanding being enlightened, that ye may know what is the hope of his calling. You see that right there? When you lift up your eyes, family, like Jacob did, you start seeing things from the Most High's perspective. Y'all get that? Look at the time in here. Jacob just finished wrestling with the Most High all night. He got his new name, Israel. And now he got to face Esau. That's how the Most High works, family. He'll break you down before your biggest test. Them 400 men, that ain't no random number. Scripture, 400 represents a period of trial and testing. Abraham's seed in Egypt was afflicted 400 years. Remember that? David had 400 young men with him in 1 Samuel 22:2. Esau coming with 400 men. This shows us the Most High uses these situations to test your faith, family. He testing to see if you truly for him or if you lukewarm like the majority of our people. Now look at the confrontation. Jacob couldn't see no more messengers. He couldn't send them no more. There was no more. He couldn't send no more gifts. Had to face this himself. Some of y'all trying to send everybody else to handle your problems. Your mama can't fix this, family. Your friends can't fix this. Your pastor can't fix this. I repeat, you got to face it yourself. Galatians 6:5, Paul reminds us, for every man shall bear his own burden. Some of y'all seeing them repo men coming like Esau's 400 men because you've been living above your means. Some of y'all got them bill collectors calling like Esau's army because you ain't been handling your business. Some of y'all got them baby mamas showing up with court papers looking like Esau's whole squadron. Uh-oh. I'm hitting it right in the fields right now, ain't it? Y'all feeling that right there. I had to go through it. Max out them credit cards. Most High said, knock, knock, nigga. Oh, you thought I forgot about your credit card? Oh, yeah, you paying them off, bruh. Here I am. Gotta pay them off. Couldn't run no more. Most High brought it right to my doorstep. So here I am paying them off. Just like y'all. You can only run so long, family, before the Most High put it on your doorstep and make you confront it the hard way. Y'all running like Jacob did, but now it's time to face it. The Most High is letting these situations come to what? Humble you. Just like he humbled Jacob. Some of y'all been too proud to ask for help, too proud to admit you wrong, too proud to repent, too proud to come back to the law, statutes, and commandments. But when them 400 problems show up at your door, that pride gonna melt real quick. Mine's did. So will yours. So did Jacob. Because as Solomon reminds us, pride goeth before destruction and a haughty spirit before a fall in Proverbs 16:18. So this whole scene is showing us how the Most High deals with his people. He'll let you run for a while. He'll let you build up your strength. Think you got it all figured out. Then boom, here comes a situation you can't handle on your own. And look at the mercy in this situation. The Most High could have let Esau catch Jacob before he got that blessing at Peniel. Before he got strengthened. But he waited until Jacob was ready. You hear that, family? Until he was ready to face his problems. Some of y'all going through hell right now, but don't you see it? The Most High preparing you for something, family. He letting you build up your spiritual strength before your Esau moment comes. Isaiah 40:31. But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. See, we renewing our strength right now before the Most High put a big old problem in our face. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary. And they shall walk and not faint. When the Most High bring a problem to your face, family, you ready for it. You got to depend on him to do it, like Jacob did. Verse 2 here. Y'all don't want to talk about this verse right here, right? This right here is showing Jacob favoritism. Look how he arranging his family. Putting them in love. Putting them, he loved the most in the back. And then he cared about the least in the front. Some of y'all doing the same thing right now. Let's keep it real. Jacob put the handmaids and their children in the front line. Why? Because if Esau came to kill, they get hit first. Then Leah and her kids in the middle. And his favorite wife, Rachel and Joseph in the back. Y'all see it setting up this jealousy thing with the kids. Setting up that strife for the kids. Were they going to try to kill Jacob or Joseph? You see how it's setting up right here. Proverbs 28:21. Solomon reminds us to have respect of persons is not good. For a piece of bread, that man will what? Transgress. Some of y'all playing favorites with your kids right now. Got your main family in a nice house while your other kids struggling in the projects. Woo, woo. Taking care of one baby mama's kids while the others got to go to court to get anything. Oh, yes, you hear me, Negroes. I know you hear me. I know you hear me, Negroes. I'm talking to the men right here. I know you hear me. Don't shirk away now. Most High putting the heat on that ass right now. Some of y'all church leaders doing the same thing too. Treating the rich members better than the poor ones. Putting the important people in positions while the faithful servants get overlooked. Oh yes. Oh yes, the Most High putting a belt to that behind right now too. Pastors. Y'all think you exempt from this right here? No, sir. James 2. Look at this. Verse 1, then we skip down to 9. My brethren, have not the faith of our Lord Jesus Christ, the Lord of glory, with respect of persons. Verse 9. But if ye have respect to persons, I say, but if ye have respect to persons, ye commit what? Sin, sin, sin. And are convinced of the law as transgressors. Woo, child, you hear that? You commit sin if you have respect to persons. Men, women, leaders. Look at the deeper message here. This is showing us that Jacob still ain't fully trusting the Most High. After all them promises, after wrestling with the angel, he's still trying to protect himself through what? Carnal means. Jeremiah reminds us in 17:5. Thus said the Lord, cursed be the man that trusteth in man, and maketh flesh his arm, and whose heart but departed from the Lord. Look at the order, family. Handmaids and their kids, the least valued. Leah and her kids, the less loved wife. Rachel and Joseph, his favorites. This is that Negro hierarchy some of y'all are still practicing. Got your good hair kids thinking they better. Ooh, child, I know y'all want to hear that. I know you don't want to hear it. Women. Israelite women. Treating your light-skinned kids different. Woo, boy, the Most High speaking to y'all right now. I've seen it myself. Treating your light-skinned kids different. Yes, sir. Most High speaking to you right now. Favoring certain kids because they what? Look better. Uh-oh. You ain't want to hear this today, huh? You ain't want to hear this today. Some of y'all turning off the channel right now. And don't get me started on how some of y'all treating your wives, just like Jacob. Got your main wife living good, while your other baby mama struggling. Got your favorite kids in private school, while the other kids can barely get school supplies. Woo, you Negroes, the Most High speaking to you. Yes, sir. I've seen this dynamic firsthand, too. Firsthand. Some of y'all still doing it. Malachi 2:10. Have we not all one Father? Hath not one God created us? Why do we deal treacherously every man against his brother? Those respected persons, the Most High don't like it. Here's the warning. This favoritism gonna bring judgment on your house. Just like it did with Jacob, the same Joseph he protecting gonna end up in Egypt. The Most High gonna use your favorite to what? Humble you. And look at the irony here. Jacob, who came from a house of favoritism, where Isaac favored Esau and Rebekah favored him, now doing the same thing. Some of y'all repeating the same generational curses as the ones before you. Your daddy was a whoremonger, now you one. Your mama was partial with her kids, now you doing it. Your parents played favorites, now you doing it. I know you see it. Some of y'all getting convicted right now. Exodus 20:5. Visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children until their what? 3rd and 4th generation of them that hate me. That's how it is, family. That's how it is. Verse 3. We ain't done. And he passed over before them. Look at this. The same Jacob who was putting everybody else in front as human shields, now he passing over before them. Let me tell you what's happening here. This is when that pride gets broken down. Look at your forefather Jacob, Israel. The supplanter, the heel grabber, the one who took the birthright and blessing. Now bowing 7 times. This ain't no coincidence. 7 in scripture represents what? Completion. This ain't no coincidence. 7 is that completion. Jacob is showing what? Complete humility, family. James 4:6. But he giveth more grace. Wherefore he saith, God resisteth the proud, but giveth grace. Giveth what? Giveth grace unto the humble. Some of y'all today need to learn this lesson right now. Just like last week, I was harping on the pride. The Most High continues to harp on this humility. Because our people is a prideful people. Y'all been running your mouth, acting tough, playing games, causing problems. But when the real consequences come, when they show up, you're going to be bowing just like Jacob. When that repo man come, them bill collectors start calling, you're going to be bowing just like Jacob. Look at the progression. First, he arranged everybody else as shields. Then he realized he had to face it. Finally, he humbled himself. Some of y'all stuck at step 1. Still trying to use your woman as a shield. Hide behind your mama. Let your kids take the heat. Make everybody else deal with your problems. But as Solomon reminds us in Proverbs 29:23, a man's pride shall bring him low. You hear that? A man's pride shall bring him low, but honor shall uphold the humble in spirit. Look at the deeper message here, family. That number 7 ain't no joke. Let me break it down. First bow, breaking pride. Second bow, breaking self-sufficiency. Third bow, breaking fear. Fourth bow, breaking rebellion. Fifth bow, breaking stubbornness. Sixth bow, breaking self-righteousness. Seventh bow, complete and utter surrender. That's the order the Most High work in breaking your behind down. Some of y'all need to go through all 7 bows. Bow that proud neck. Bow that stiff back. Bow that rebellious spirit. Bow that hard head. Look at what Isaiah reminds us in Isaiah 2:11. The lofty looks of man shall be humbled. I repeat, the lofty looks of man shall be humbled, and the haughtiness of men shall be bowed down. In the Lord alone, I repeat, who? In the Lord alone shall be exalted in that day. Notice, Jacob went first. After trying to put everybody else in front, he finally stepped up as a real leader. Some of y'all claiming to be fathers. Some of y'all claiming to be leaders, heads of household, but you're putting everybody else in the line of fire. Yes, sir. 1 Peter 5:6. Look what Peter got to say. Humble yourselves. I repeat, humble yourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of God, that he may exalt you in due time. You see, by Jacob humbling himself, the Most High gonna exalt him. Look at the transformation. This the same Jacob who tricked his brother, deceived his father, ran from his problems. Now he's facing them what? Head on. The Most High had to break him down to build him up. Y'all see the paradox? He had to break him down to build him back up. Some of y'all going through that breaking process right now. I'm still going through it too. Lost your job, lost your house, lost your relationship, lost your pride. Good. Let it break you. Let it humble you. Because the Most High can't use you while you're stiff-necked. I repeat, the Most High cannot use you while you're stiff-necked. Y'all understand that? You get it? This is how it goes, family. Most High can't use you if you are stiff-necked. He got to break you. Can y'all accept his breaking? Can y'all accept the chastening he gonna do to you? Can y'all do it? Let's keep it moving. No, it gets deeper. We're going to read verses 4-7. And Esau ran to meet him. He ran to him, family, and embraced him. And fell on his neck and kissed him, and they wept. And he lifted up his eyes and saw the women and the children and said, who are those with thee? And he said, the children which God hath graciously given thy servant. Then the handmaidens came near. they and their children, and they bowed themselves. And Leah also, with her children, came near and bowed themselves. And after came Joseph near, and Rachel, and they bowed themselves. Ponder on this, family, verse 4. This right here, this verse showing you something powerful about how the Most High works. All that fear Jacob had, all them years running, all them sleepless nights worrying about his brother killing him. Look what happened. Look at these actions, family. Esau ran. He's showing eagerness here. Embraced him, showing acceptance. Fell on his neck, showing affection. Kissed him, showing reconciliation. They wept, showing genuine emotion. Psalm 30 and 5. Like I said about this last week. Weeping may endure for a night, family, but joy cometh in the morning. Some of y'all been running from that family member you wronged. That brother you betrayed. That sister you deceived. That parent you disrespected. And you're building it up in your mind thinking they're going to kill me. They never going to forgive me. It's too late to fix it. Too much time done passed. Wake the hell up. The Most High can turn your Esau situation around. Proverbs 16 and 7. Look at this. When a man's ways please the Lord. Please the Lord. He maketh even his enemies. I repeat. He maketh even his enemies to be what? At peace with him. You see it, family? Stop letting that fear run through your mind. With the Most High, anything possible. It's never too late for reconciliation, family. It's never too late to get right. Look at how the Most High orchestrated this. Jacob humbled himself first. Then Esau's heart was what? Changed. Then what? Reconciliation happened. Some of y'all got it backwards. Want people to change before you humble yourself. Please. Want forgiveness before you repent. Please. Want peace before you make things right. And look at this weeping. Two grown men, supposed to be tough, supposed to be warriors, breaking down and crying. Some of y'all too proud to show emotion. Because y'all sitting there letting Babylon tell you, don't show no emotion. You a man. Be a man. Be a man. Two grown men here crying, family. Y'all too proud to show emotion. Y'all too proud to what? Admit you wrong. Let your guard down. Show real love to your brother. Got this fake tough machismo thing going on. Fake bravado. Fake confidence. Most I see the scared kid inside. He see the real you inside. Solomon again reminds us, Ecclesiastes 3 and 4. A time to weep and a time to laugh. A time to mourn and a time to dance. Family, look at this reconciliation process. Jacob prepared. Sent gifts ahead. Last chapter. Jacob humbled himself, bowed 7 times. Esau's heart was changed. They met in the middle. They showed real emotion. Some of y'all want reconciliation, but don't want to prepare. Don't want to humble yourself. Don't want to wait for hearts to change. Don't want to meet in the middle. Y'all want the people to meet you on your terms. Don't want to show real emotion. But look at what Paul tells us in 2 Corinthians 5 and 18. And all things are of God, who hath reconciled us to himself by Jesus Christ, and hath given us to the ministry of reconciliation. And look how quick it happened, family. 20 years of separation ended in a moment because what? Pride was broken. Hearts were ready. Time was right. The Most High orchestrated it. Some of y'all holding on to grudges from 10 years ago, 20 years ago, last generation, ancient history. Most High telling you, let it go. Like Frozen, let it go, let it go. If Jacob and Esau can reconcile after all that drama, what's your excuse? Verse 5. Now watch this. Look how Jacob responded. This ain't that same powerful Jacob no more. He calling himself thy servant and giving all glory to the Most High for his children. Notice how Jacob ain't saying, these kids I made. This is my legacy right here. Look at what I accomplished. Instead, Instead, he's saying which God hath graciously given. Graciously. That means he ain't deserve it, family. That means it was what? Mercy. Mercy. Psalm 127, 3-5. Look at what the psalmist says here. Lo, children are a heritage of the who? Of the Lord. And the fruit of the womb is his reward. As arrows are in the hand of a mighty man, so are children of the youth. Happy is the man that hath his quiver full of them. Full of them, family. They shall not be ashamed, but they shall speak with the enemies in the gate. Some of y'all walking around like, these my kids. This my family. Look at what I built. Look what I created. Shut your damn mouth. You ain't creating nothing. The Most High gave you them children. And just like he gave them, he can take them. Some of y'all need to learn humility when it comes to your blessings. That job, Most High gave it. That house, Most High provided it. Them kids, Most High blessed you. That wife, Most High sent her. James 1:17. James reminding you right here, every good gift. I repeat, every good gift. And every perfect gift is from where? Above. From above, family. And cometh down from who? The Father of lights. With whom is no variableness, no shadow of turning. He don't change, family. Look at this deeper message. Look at Jacob's transformation. Before, taking credit for everything. Now, giving Most High all glory. Before, proud and boastful. Now, humble and grateful. And look how he presented his family. Not as status symbols, possessions. Not as achievements, but as blessings from the Most High. First Chronicles 29:14. Look at this. But who am I, and what is my people, that we should be able to offer so willingly after this sort? For all things come of thee, and of thine own have we given thee. Some of y'all treating your kids like property, possessions, personal achievements, trophies to show off. Some of y'all treat them like a welfare check too. I see y'all women out there trying to get them food stamps up. So y'all having kids like an assembly line. Most High watching you. You should be seeing your children as gifts from the Most High. Sacred responsibilities. Souls you got to guide. Heritage you got to preserve. And look at the timing. Right after reconciliation. Now Esau seeing Jacob's family. Some of y'all keeping your blessings hidden because you ain't made things right yet. If you don't acknowledge where your blessings come from, the Most High might have to remind you. Some of y'all going to learn the hard way that them kids ain't yours. That family ain't your creation. Them blessings ain't your doing. Verse 6. Now watch this. Remember how Jacob arranged them, right? The handmaidens and their children first, like human shields. But look what's happening. They coming forward and bowing. This is showing us something deep about humility running through the whole family. Look at the order. First the handmaids, then their children, all in bowing. This ain't no coincidence, family. The mothers teaching their children by example. Some of y'all ain't teaching your kids nothing about humility because you ain't got none yourself. Proverbs 20:7. Look what Solomon tells you. The just man walketh in his integrity. His children are blessed after him. Why? Because he has integrity. Some of y'all don't know what that word means. Some of y'all are teaching your kids to be proudful, to be disrespectful, to be arrogant, to never submit. Then wondering why they can't keep a job, can't maintain relationships, always in trouble, fighting authority. Notice how the whole family following Jacob's example. When the head moves right, family, the body follows. Some of y'all claiming to be heads of household, leaders, fathers, and mothers. But you're leading your family straight to destruction with your pride, with your rebellion, with your stubbornness, and your lack of humility. Joshua reminded you, but as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. Leading by example, family. Some of y'all need to know what that means. Even the handmaids, who could have been bitter about their position, showing proper order. Some of y'all are in positions you don't like, but your attitude is wrong. Your attitude is rebellious. Your attitude is prideful and destructive. Look at what Paul reminds you again in Colossians 3:22 and 23. Servants, obey in all things your masters according to the flesh, not with eye service as men pleasers, but in singleness of heart, fearing God. And whatsoever ye do, do it heartily as to the Lord and not unto men. Hard work in anything you put your hands to, family. Just like if you was working for God himself. Yeah, we ain't all in the right positions where we want to be. But we got to be content with it and still work hard and be grateful. Look at these mothers teaching their children, man. They're teaching them how to show respect, how to handle difficult situations, how to submit to authority, how to maintain order. Some of y'all teaching your kids, don't let nobody tell you what to do. Oh boy, I've heard this a lot. You better than everybody else. Don't bow to nobody. Ooh, yeah. Y'all women telling y'all daughters this. Don't listen to no man. Don't listen to no man. Keep your pride no matter what. That's what y'all teaching y'all kids today. Then wondering why your children can't keep a job, always in trouble, fighting that authority, getting locked up. You teaching your kids to fight you. You authority. You teaching them to fight you. Y'all wonder why you and your kids are always arguing. Because that's what you're teaching them. Ephesians 6:4. Paul again reminds us. And ye fathers, provoke not your children to wrath, but bring them up in the nurture and admonition of who? The Lord. Are y'all understanding this? Paul is telling you to teach your kids the same way you was taught from Yah. The way the Most High trains you is the way you train your kids. If you don't teach your children proper order and humility, the world going to teach them the hard way. Some of y'all going to watch your kids learn humility in prison, learn submission in jail, learn respect in handcuffs, and learn order in bondage. Some of y'all watching that right now happening to your kids. All because you ain't teach them right. So the Most High got to remind you and them. If you got little ones, teach them right. Bring them up just like this. Don't allow them to follow the same fate as a lot of the children in our community. Verse 7. Look at this right here. The pattern continues. Even Rachel, Jacob's favorite wife, and Joseph, his favorite son, bowing down. This showing us ain't nobody too good, ain't nobody too special or too favored to show proper respect. Watch the order completing itself. First the handmaids and the children, then Leah and her children, finally Rachel and Joseph. Even them that was in the back, them that was protected, them that was favored, they all had to bow. Paul lets us know again, Philippians 2:3, let nothing be done through strife or vain glory, but in lowliness of mind, let each esteem each other better than themselves. Humility. If y'all don't learn anything today, learn humility. That is the theme here today. Some of y'all got your favorite children, special people, protected ones, thinking they above showing respect. You raising them thinking they better than others. Don't need to submit. Too good to show respect above everybody else. But look at this. Even Rachel and Joseph, the favorites, had to bow. Some of y'all spoiling your favorites, never disciplining them, never teaching them respect, never showing them proper order, never making them submit. Then wondering why they always in conflict. Can't keep relationships. Nobody can stand them. Oh yes, I've seen this. Got attitude problems. Proverbs 29. Proverbs 29 and 21. Solomon hitting you with some more wisdom. He that delicately, oh boy, tongue twister, bringeth up his servant from a child shall have him become his son at the length. Look what's happening here. Complete family submission. No exceptions. No special treatment. Everybody is showing respect. Some of y'all got different rules for different kids. Different standards for different people. Some who got to submit and some who don't. Some who can do whatever they want. But Acts 10 and 34 says, Then Peter opened his mouth and said, Of a truth, I perceive that God is no respecter of persons. He treats everybody the same. The way you should be doing. Especially towards your kids. This is showing proper family order. Everybody knows their place. Everybody shows respect. Everybody follows leadership. Nobody thinking they above it. And look at the unity. Ain't nobody saying I ain't bowing. I'm better than them. I'm special. I don't have to. But Paul tells you in 1 Corinthians 1 and 10. Now I beseech you, brethren, by the name of our Lord Jesus Christ, that ye all speak the same thing, and that there be no divisions among you, but that ye be perfectly joined together in the same mind and in the same judgment. If you don't teach all your children proper respect and order, family, the Most High going to humble them. Some of y'all going to watch your favorites get humbled by life, broken by circumstances, learn respect the hard way, fall from their high horse. Some of y'all experiencing that from them right now. Stuck up kids, getting humbled in reality right now. Reality. But let's keep it moving though. Genesis 33. We're going to read 8 through 11. Esau said, it's the wrong translation, my bad. And he said, What meanest thou by all this drove which I met? And he said, These are to find grace in the sight of my Lord. And Esau said, I have enough, my brother. Keep that thou hast unto thyself. And Jacob said, Nay, I pray thee, if now I have found grace in thy sight, then receive my present at my hand. For therefore I have seen thy face, as though I had seen the face of God, and thou wast pleased with me. Take, I pray thee, my blessing that is brought to thee, because God hath dealt graciously with me, and because I have enough. And he urged him, and he took it. Look at this, verse 8. Esau asking about them gifts Jacob sent ahead. And look at Jacob's response. Still calling Esau my Lord. This ain't about being a punk, Israel. This is about being wise and humble enough to maintain peace. Look at his strategy. He sent them gifts ahead of time. Still showing respect after reconciliation. Maintaining peace through humility. Not letting pride destroy the moment. Proverbs 18 and 6, Solomon says, A man's gift maketh room for him and bringeth him before great men. Some of y'all are so proud you won't make peace offerings. Won't show respect after reconciliation. Won't maintain the peace. Rather keep beef going. Then you wonder why you're always in conflict. Got enemies everywhere. Can't keep relationships. Living in constant drama. Yeah, I see our people. They live in this right now. Jacob is showing us how to prepare the way with gifts. Maintain humility. Still saying, my Lord. Keep peace. Not switching up after reconciliation. Think long term. Building lasting peace. Our people don't know what peace is. All we know is conflict. We raise in conflict. We die in conflict. That's just how it is. Paul reminds us in Romans 12 and 18, if it be possible, as much as lieth in you, live peaceably with all men. Some of y'all think making peace is weakness. Showing respect is being soft. Maintaining humility is being a punk. Giving gifts is being scared. But Jacob is showing us wisdom. He understands peace better than war. Respect better than pride. Humility better than arrogance. Gifts better than grudges. Because a soft answer turneth away wrath, family. But grievous words stir up anger. Solomon again, Proverbs 15 and 1. Look at Jacob's long-term thinking. He sent gifts to soften hearts. Maintained respect to keep peace. Stayed humble to prevent pride. Thought about tomorrow, not just today. Our people don't have that thinking. All we think about is what we gonna do today. Not even worrying about the consequences of our actions today. How it's gonna have an impact on tomorrow. We don't have that thinking. And we wonder why we still on the bottom. Some of y'all thinking about this right now. Thinking about your pride, your ego, how you look, instead of thinking about future generations. Long-term peace, family unity, lasting relationships. If you don't learn to make peace, show respect, maintain humility, think long-term, you're going to stay in constant conflict, endless drama, perpetual beef, generational curses. Verse 9. Now watch this. Esau is showing maturity right here. He ain't that same carnal-minded brother who sold his birthright for some damn soup. Look at how he's saying, I have enough. I'm good. Showing contentment. And peep how he's saying, my brother. Acknowledging the family bond. Look at these elements of what he said. I have enough. He's content. My brother, recognition. Keep that thou hast. Rejection of the gifts. Paul again, Philippians 4 and 11. Not that I speak in respect of want, for I have learned in whatsoever state I am, therewith to be content. Be happy with what you got, family. Some of y'all still always want more. Never satisfied. Can't acknowledge family. Won't let go of these old beefs. And y'all wondering why you're always stressed. Family divided. Never at peace. Can't move forward. Look at Esau's growth. From materialistic to content. From bitter to brotherly. From vengeful to peaceful. From carnal to mature. 1 Timothy 6, 6-8. But godliness with contentment is great gain. Y'all hear that? Great gain. For we brought nothing into this world, and it is certain we can carry nothing out. And having food and raiment, let us be therewith content. Be happy with the small things, family. Stop always looking for more. Be happy with what you got right now. Because the Most High didn't have to give it to you. Some of y'all are stuck in these old mindsets, these past hurts, that trauma, material thinking, carnal attitudes, when you need to be growing in spiritual maturity, family bonds, contentment, and peace. Notice how Esau said, my brother, not you deceiver, not you trickster, not you thief, not you enemy. If you can't say, I have enough, my brother, sister, keep what's yours, then you're going to still be operating in carnality, bitterness, materialism, and spiritual immaturity. Because some of y'all need to learn contentment, acknowledge family, let go of gifts, and grow spiritually. Before the Most High got to strip you down. He got to humble you, break you, make you learn the hard way. You don't want to learn the hard way, family. Trust me, the Most High His lessons, boy, I tell you, it'll break you. Learn from my wisdom today. Heed my wisdom to save the butt whooping later. Hebrews 13:5. Let your conversation be without covetousness, no envy, and be content with such things as ye have. For he had said, I will never leave thee nor forsake thee. Most High ain't going nowhere. Be content with what you have. He gonna always be providing for you, family, if you are obedient to him. Those are the facts. Look at verse 10. Look at Jacob's persistence here. He insisted Esau take these gifts. And look at this deep spiritual language, comparing seeing his brother's face to seeing the face of God. This ain't about worship, family. This is about Jacob recognizing divine intervention in this reconciliation. Look at these elements. I pray thee, humility. Found grace, recognition of mercy. Receive my present, insistence on giving. As though I had seen the face of God. Spiritual awareness here. 2 Corinthians 5:18. And all things are of God, and hath reconciled us to himself by Jesus Christ, his son, and hath given to us the ministry of reconciliation. That's what you're seeing right here. A shadow of that reconciliation of the northern and southern kingdom, family. This is what you're seeing right here. The reconciliation of the northern and southern kingdom. I bet you didn't think about that, did you? Through who? The Son, Yahushua HaMashiach. Some of y'all don't understand the power of reconciliation, the importance of making things right, the spiritual significance of peace, the value of restoration. Y'all just holding grudges, staying bitter, refusing gifts, rejecting peace. Jacob is showing us, don't take no for an answer when making peace. Recognize God's hand in reconciliation. Complete the peace process fully. See the spiritual in the natural. Like Yahushua says in Matthew 5:24, leave there thy gift before the altar and go thy way. Be first reconciled to thy brother and then come and offer thy gift. Make peace. When Jacob says, as though I had seen the face of God, he's showing divine orchestration from Yah himself. Spiritual awareness of Yah's hand in this. God's involvement and supernatural peace. This peace is coming from Yah, family. Some of y'all can't see God working in your relationships. Divine appointments. Spiritual significance in the things that you do. Heavenly intervention. Because you're too carnal minded. Too spiritually blind. Pride-filled and stubborn-hearted. As Paul tells us in Romans 8:6. For to be carnally minded is death. But to be spiritually minded is life and what? Peace. The Most High trying to bring you peace, but you keep on swatting it away. Jacob is insisting to Esau on giving because this gift seals the reconciliation here. Giving removes guilt. Presents prove sincerity. Offerings establish peace. Some of y'all won't give to make peace. Won't sacrifice for unity of your community. Won't pay the price for reconciliation. Won't complete the process. Then wonder why relationships stay broken. Peace don't last. Unity ain't real. Reconciliation temporary. Proverbs 18:19, Solomon coming again with the fire. A brother offended is harder to be won than a strong city, and their contentions are like the bars of a castle. Y'all hear that? Do y'all understand that? It's hard. Because if you don't push through to complete reconciliation, Recognize God's hands in peace. Insist on making things right. See the spiritual significance. You're going to stay in broken relationships, superficial peace, incomplete restoration, and spiritual blindness. In verse 11, take, I pray thee, my blessing. Watch this. Jacob calling it a blessing, not just a gift. Look at his testimony. God hath dealt graciously with me. He persisted until Esau took it. Some of y'all need to learn from this. Look at these key elements. Take my blessing. It's more than just gifts. God hath dealt graciously. Testimony of who? God's mercy. I have enough. Contentment with what he has. He urged him. Persistence. He took it. Completion of the peace. 2 Corinthians 9 and 7, Paul tells us, every man according as he purpose in his heart, so let him give, not grudgingly or of necessity, for God loveth a cheerful giver. That is what Jacob is in right here, a cheerful giver. He's giving from the heart, family. Some of y'all calling your blessings burdens, never testifying about God's grace. Always complaining about what you ain't got. Give up too quick when making peace. Leave reconciliation incomplete. Jacob understood that giving is a form of blessing. Testimony must accompany giving. Persistence is necessary, family, for peace. Reconciliation must be complete. Why do it if you're not going to complete it? Luke 6. Luke 6 and 38. Give, and it shall be given unto you. Good measure, pressed down and shaken together and running over, shall men give into your bosom. For with the same measure that ye meet withal, it shall be measured to you again. The way you treat others, family, is the way you will be treated. The golden rule, as they say. Look at Jacob's attitude. Grateful to God. Content with his portion. Persistent in making peace with Esau. Determined to complete that reconciliation. He wasn't letting go until this thing was done, family. Some of y'all got ungrateful hearts out there. Never satisfied. Quick to give up. Leave things half done. Then wonder why blessings ain't flowing. Peace ain't lasting. Relationships still broken. Life ain't working out. Jacob urged him. Look at that. Didn't take this no for an answer. Kept pushing for completion. Insisted on blessing. Finish what he started. Some of y'all give up too easy. Take the first no. Leave things incomplete. Don't finish what you start. Paul tells us in Galatians 6 and 9, and let us not be weary in well-doing, for in due season we shall reap if we faint not. Don't give up, family. Keep going. Keep making peace. Keep persisting. If you don't learn to give blessings, testify of God's grace. Be content. Be persistent. Complete the reconciliation. The Most High going to hold back your blessings. Keep you in strife. Leave you wanting and keep you struggling. Learn from Jacob. Give your blessings. Testify of the Most High's grace. Be content. Stay persistent. Complete the work. Can y'all do that? Can you do that? (12 through 15). Genesis 33. And he said, let us take our journey, and let us go, and I will go before thee. And he said unto him, my Lord knoweth that the children are tender, and the flocks and herds with young are with me. And if men should overdrive them one day, all the flock will die. Let my Lord, I pray thee, pass over before his servant, and I will lead on softly, according as the cattle that goeth before me, and the children be able to endure until I come unto my Lord unto Seir. And Esau said, let me now leave with thee some of the folk that are with me. And he said, what needeth it? let me find grace in the sight of my Lord. Verse 12 here. Look at Esau trying to lead Jacob now. After all his peacemaking, after all his reconciliation, the carnal brother trying to direct the path of the chosen seed. This is deep spiritual warfare right here. Let us take our journey. He's trying to join paths. I will go before thee, attempting to lead him. Right after reconciliation, that's the timing. Amos 3:3. Can two walk together except they be agreed? Some of y'all letting anybody lead you. Following carnal advice. Mixing with the wrong people. Compromising your walk. Just because y'all made peace, reconciled, exchanged gifts, showed love. Just because you reconcile don't mean you follow their leadership, family. Join their path, mix your destiny with theirs, and compromise your callings. We got to be separate like the Most High wants us to be. Look at Esau's subtle move. He's trying to lead after making peace, attempting to direct after reconciliation, wanting to merge paths, seeking to influence direction. Look at the flesh trying to influence the spirit. Remember, I told you that's what they represent, their story, flesh and the spirit. Some of y'all don't recognize the spiritual warfare that's going on, the subtle manipulation that people do towards you, hidden agendas and carnal influence, because you're too emotional, undiscerning, spiritually blind, caught up in feelings. John tells us in 1 John 4:1, beloved, believe not, I repeat, believe not every spirit, but try the spirits whether they are of God. When people try to lead you after reconciliation, family, direct your path after making peace, join their way with yours, influence your direction, you better stay alert. Be wise. Maintain your boundaries. Protect your calling. Just because someone shows love, makes peace, gives gifts, acts right, don't mean they're supposed to lead you, guide you, direct you, or influence you. Solomon reminds us again in Proverbs 4:23, keep thy heart with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life. Be careful, family. Be discerning of who you follow or who try to get you to follow them. Whatever advice, whatever it is, be discerning. Because if you don't learn to maintain boundaries, protect your calling, discern spirits, stay separate when needed, you're going to lose your way. You're going to miss your calling, compromise your walk, and fall into confusion. You don't want that. Because look at verse 13. Look at this wisdom. Jacob is using his discernment. He ain't falling for that let's travel together trap. He using his children and flocks as a legitimate excuse to maintain separation. This is that spiritual wisdom that we need to have, family. He's still respectful. He says, my Lord. Uses valid reasons. The children are tender. He shows responsibility. The flocks are with the young. Presents logical consequences. All the flock will die. Why is he doing this, family? Because Solomon tells you in Proverbs 22:3, a prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself. That's what Jacob was doing right here. But the simple, that's everybody else who don't use discernment, they pass on and are punished. Most High showing you something. Some of y'all don't know how to set boundaries respectfully. Make wise excuses. Protect your household. Maintain separation without drama. Instead, y'all get all emotional, start new beef, break peace foolishly, and create unnecessary enemies. Jacob is showing us how to keep the peace while keeping distance. Loving them with a long-handled spoon. Be respectful while saying no. Use wisdom instead of confrontation. Protect his house without offense. Like Yahushua told us, behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves. That is what Jacob is doing right here. He maintains the peace. He protects his household, keeps his independence, and avoids confrontation all in one. Some of y'all don't know how to navigate relationships. Maintain boundaries. Protect your peace or your space and keep the peace in the distance. Because y'all too simple-minded, quick-tempered, spiritually immature, lacking wisdom. Solomon again tells us about this wisdom. Because the wisdom of the prudent, that's like Jacob, is to understand his way. But the folly of fools is deceit. Because Jacob is protecting his children, his future, his flocks, the provision, his pace, independence, in his journey, his destiny. Some of y'all are sacrificing your children's future, your provision, your independence, and your destiny just to keep company, please other people, avoid conflict, look good. Solomon again with some wisdom. Proverbs 13:20. He that walketh with wise men shall be wise, but a companion of fools shall be what, Solomon? Destroyed. Heed this wisdom, family. Don't just listen and don't apply. Heed it. Apply it to your life. Apply it to your kids' life. Because if you don't learn to set boundaries wisely, protect your household, maintain your pace, guard your destiny, the Most High going to let you learn the hard way, watch your house suffer, see you lose your way, and let you miss your calling. That's what He's going to do. Learn from Jacob. Keep peace with distance. Set boundaries with respect. Protect your house with wisdom. Guard your destiny without offense. 14. Jacob is still playing the smart here. He's telling Esau, yeah, I'll meet you in Seir. But spoiler alert, he never goes. Whoops. This is that spiritual chess and not checkers, family. Sometimes you got to tell folks what they want to hear to keep the peace while you move in your own direction. Look at Jacob's strategy. Let my Lord pass over, giving Esau the honor he wants. I will lead on softly, moving at his own pace until I come into Seir, making a promise he ain't going to keep. The fear of man bringeth the snare, but whoso putteth his trust in the Lord shall be safe, Solomon tells us in Proverbs 29:25. He didn't even have to lie to him, no. But some of y'all are too honest for your own good. Can't navigate difficult situations. Don't know how to move wisely. Getting caught up in unnecessary confrontations. When sometimes you need to keep your mouth shut, move silently, navigate wisely, avoid conflict. But everybody seem to be broadcasting everything, their whole journey on social media. Every day, everybody putting out what they doing on social media. Don't know how to shut up. Jacob is showing us how to avoid confrontation, family. How to maintain his independence. How to keep that peace temporarily. How to protect his destiny. Because he understood sometimes direct confrontation is not wise. Sometimes you got to play the long game. Sometimes you got to say what folks won't hear. Sometimes you got to move differently than you speak. Some of y'all too quick to tell the whole truth. Too ready for confrontation. Too proud to play it smart. Too righteous for wisdom. Then wonder why you're always in conflict. Can't maintain peace. Stay in drama. And you miss your blessings. Because Solomon again tells us in Ecclesiastes 3:7. A time to rend and a time to sow. A time to keep silence and a time to speak. Jacob teaching us. Keep your true plans to yourself. Move at your own pace. Say what keeps the peace. Do what protects your destiny. Some of y'all need to learn strategic silence. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. You don't got to tell everybody everything. Wise movement. Peaceful navigation. Smart planning. Because right now, y'all continue to run your mouth, creating the enemies. Making unnecessary beef and blocking your own blessings. Solomon tells you in Proverbs 21:23. That's 21:23. Whoso keepeth his mouth, that means shutting up, and his tongue keepeth his soul from troubles. How you going to make enemies when you ain't talking? You going to put your foot in your mouth. That's what Solomon telling you. Shut up before you put your foot in your mouth. Because if you don't learn how to move strategically, speak wisely, navigate carefully, plan secretly, the Most High gonna let you learn the hard way. Watch you suffer needlessly. See, you create your own problems because you won't shut up. Let you block your own path. Sometimes you got to keep your plans to yourself. Say what keeps the peace. Move differently than you speak. Protect your destiny at all costs. Verse 15. Look at this snake move by Esau, trying to plant his people with Jacob. This is that infiltration tactic right here, family. But watch how Jacob handles it with that smooth decline. Leave with thee some of the folk trying to plant spies. What needeth it? Smooth rejection. Let me find grace. Diplomatic deflection. Proverbs 26, 24, 25, Solomon says, he that hateth dissembleth with his lips, and layeth up deceit within him. That's what Esau doing. When he speaketh fair, believe him not. That's what Esau was doing. For there are 7 abominations in his heart, but Jacob peeped it. Some of y'all letting anybody in your camp, accepting help from the wrong people, can't recognize infiltration tactics. Too quick to trust folk. And that's why your business getting sabotaged, your house in confusion, your plans getting leaked, your destiny getting delayed. Jacob here is showing us how to recognize these hidden agendas. Decline without offense. Maintain the boundaries. Diplomatically, family, being wise. And he's protecting his space wisely. 1 Thessalonians 5 and 21, Paul tells us, prove all things. Hold fast that which is good. That's what he's doing. That's what Jacob's doing. He's holding fast, which is good. Look at Esau's subtle move. He's offering help you don't need. Trying to plan his people. That's what the enemy does, right? That's what the system does. Planting people in your camps or whatnot. Attempting to monitor Jacob. Because that's what the heathens are doing, right? They plant people all up in your neighborhoods and plant their own people inside your camps. They look just like you because they black. But they working for them. They seeking inside information. Some of y'all can't see hidden tactics, spy tactics, hidden motives, infiltration attempts, monitoring schemes, because y'all too trusting, too naive, too desperate, and too simple. Proverbs 14 and 15. The simple believeth every word. You hear that? Every word. But the prudent man, like Jacob, like the ones who got spiritual discernment. The prudent man looketh well to his going. He making sure. He looking at all ends. He proving everybody. Jacob's response is masterful. Because he protects his space. He keeps the peace. He maintains respect. And questions the need. What needed it? Some of y'all need to learn how to say no respectfully. How to maintain your boundaries. How to keep your space pure. And how to reject help wisely. 2 Corinthians 11, 14 and 15. And no marvel, for Satan himself, this system, is transformed into an angel of light. Therefore, it is no great thing if his ministers, that's the people that work for the system, also be transformed as the ministers of righteousness. Like the agents in the Matrix family. The Matrix is the system, this so-called Satan here. That's the Matrix. That's the system we're in, this Babylonian system. The agents are his ministers. The Matrix is trying to tell us something, family. Go back and watch that movie. Because if you don't learn how to recognize these agents, reject wisely, maintain boundaries, and protect your space, you're going to get sabotaged, get monitored, get infiltrated, and then finally get destroyed. What happened with the Black Panthers, didn't it? Learn from Jacob, family. Keep your camp pure. Reject help wisely. Maintain boundaries diplomatically. Protect your space at all costs. Learn to be smart. The Most High teaching y'all a blueprint here on how to move in this system. Even within your own people too. Learn how to move. Move. Stop being too trusting. Y'all believe everybody. A lot of people believe everybody, especially if they don't look like them. And they wonder why they on the bottom. We wonder why we still on the bottom. Because we still trusting these heathen. Beat us in the head day in, day out. We still trust them. Stupid behavior. Let's finish this up, family. 16-20. Making good time, too. So Esau returned that day on his way unto Seir. And Jacob journeyed to Succoth and built him a house and made booths for his cattle. Therefore, the name of the place is called Succoth. You see how that is? Come up with the Feast of Tabernacles, right? And Jacob came to Shalem, a city of Shechem, which is in the land of Canaan, when he came from Padanaram, and pitched his tent before the city. And he bought a parcel of a field, where he had spread his tent, at the hand of the children of Hamor, Shechem's father, for 100 pieces of honey. And he erected there an altar, and called it Elohe Israel. Now look at this. Finally, the separation is complete, verse 16. This is what y'all need to understand. Sometimes the greatest blessing is when folks leave you the hell alone. Notice Esau went back to his place Seir, while Jacob stayed on his own path. Isaiah 52:11. Depart ye, go ye out from thence. Touch no unclean thing. Go ye out of the midst of her. Be ye clean that bear the vessels of the Lord. That's what Jacob doing. He coming out. That's what we need to be doing. Coming out of this system. Some of y'all folk can't let people go. Keep forcing relationships that need to end. Afraid of separation. Don't understand divine division. Because when sometimes the Most High is trying to separate you, put distance between you, keep you from mixing, protect your destiny. So this verse is showing us how to make clean breaks. And it's showing us how clean breaks are necessary. Everyone has their own path. Not all relationships are meant to continue. Some meetings are temporary. Because the separation was complete. It was peaceful, necessary, and divine, all in one. Some of y'all are fighting against necessary endings, divine separations, needed distance, protective boundaries, because y'all are too emotional, too attached, too fearful, too compromising. I had to learn this weeks ago. But I learned the lesson. And the Most High is bringing that lesson right here again. Learn to let go. Stop holding on to dead things, family. Dead relationships, whether it's a boy, a girl you with, whatever. Family members, whatever it is, let go. Go away peacefully. Look at how clean this was. No drama, no fighting, no begging, just separation. Some of y'all need to learn when to let go, how to separate, when to move on, how to maintain distance. Because right now, y'all holding on to dead situations, fighting divine separation, missing your blessings, compromising your destinies. Numbers 23:9. For from the top of the rocks I see him, and from the hills I behold him. Lo, the people shall dwell alone, and shall not be reckoned among the nations. That's you, Israel. Even amongst other people in your nation, you could be separated from them too. Because if you don't learn to accept separation, maintain distance, stay on your path, keep your boundaries, the Most High, he's going to force the separation, create the distance, block your blessings, and then delay your destiny. Because sometimes the blessings are in the separation, the distance, boundaries, and divine division. And that's what I'm learning right now. Because I had to do some separation. And now I'm learning of the blessings right now that the Most High has given me because I did that. The same for you, family. Verse 17 here. Now watch this. As soon as Esau left, Jacob went the opposite direction. He didn't go to Seir like he said. He went to Succoth. And look what he did. He built and established himself. Because that's what happens when you get the distractions up off you, family. Some of y'all are following the wrong people, going the wrong direction, ain't building nothing, got no establishment, when you should be moving in your own direction, building your house, establishing your foundation, and protecting your assets. Jacob is showing us, move in your own direction, build your own house, protect your own assets, and establish your own legacy. Solomon tells us, Proverbs 24:27, prepare thy work without, and make it fit for thyself in the field. And afterwards, build thine house. Prepare it. Prepare, build the foundation, family. That's what Solomon telling us. That's what Jacob's showing us. He's building a foundation. He moved differently than spoken, Jacob did. He built immediately. He protected his assets and left his mark. Some of y'all ain't building nothing, protecting nothing, establishing nothing, leaving no legacy. Well, I'm hurting y'all today because y'all following others, moving wrong, wasting time, missing directions. Jacob teaches us to get the separation first, move strategically second, build immediately third, protect assets fourth. Y'all need to learn this because y'all moving aimlessly out there, building nothing, protecting nothing, leaving nothing. Proverbs 14:1. Every wise woman buildeth her house, but the foolish plucketh it down with her own hands. Because y'all ain't building nothing. Y'all blocking your own blessings. Because y'all refuse to follow the Most High. The Most High gonna make you wander, family. He gonna see you struggle, let you lose, and keep you unstable. This is the message here that we're getting today. Verse 18, Jacob finally back in the promised land. But watch his moves. He pitched his tent before the city. He ain't rushing to mix with them. He maintaining that separation while being strategic. That's how we got to be, family. Yeah, we in the city, but he ain't in the city, family. You see that? He's separated. He ain't of the city, just like John told us. We in the world, but we ain't of the world. Just like Jacob right here. So he came to Shalem. He came to Shalem. And Shalem in the Hebrew means complete. So his journey is complete here. The reconciliation is complete. So he arrived safely in the land of Canaan, the promised territory. From Padan Aram, he left the exile. Before the city, he maintained separation. Because as the Most High tells us in Deuteronomy 7:6, for thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth. Some of y'all are too quick to integrate, can't wait to assimilate, running the mix, desperate for acceptance when you should be maintaining separation, being strategic, keeping boundaries, and preserving your identity. That's why we in the rut we in today. We love the heathen so much. We can't wait to move out the hood and get to the suburbs so we can go ahead and mix with the heathen so we can have some mixed kids with good hair. That's what we doing. Don't lie to yourself. Jeremiah 29:7, and seek the peace of the city, whither I have caused you to be carried away captives. That's even us today. And pray unto the Lord for it. For in the peace thereof shall ye have peace. Telling us to pray for these cities that we in. Because if they have peace, we got peace. It's still playing out today, family. Look at Jacob's wisdom. He's near enough to function, far enough to stay separate, and close enough to prosper, distant enough to stay pure. In the world, not of the world. Y'all got to understand this because y'all are too eager to mix, compromise, assimilate, and desperate for acceptance. Y'all see our people, boy. We do anything to be accepted by the heathen. Jacob is teaching you to return to your promise. Position with wisdom, maintain your separation, and preserve your distinction. We are a separate people. Learn to be that way. Verse 19. Pay attention to this right here. Jacob ain't just squatting. He buying property. He establishing legal ownership. This ain't no temporary move. This is generational thinking. He bought it legally. Paid full price. No handouts. No stealing. Just like our father Abraham did back in Genesis 23:16 when he bought that land. And Abraham hearkened unto Ephron, and Abraham weighed to Ephron the silver, which he had named in the audience of the sons of Heth, 400 shekels of silver, current money, with the merchant. Some of y'all in 2024 always looking for a handout. Want everything free. Welfare queens. Ain't trying to build nothing. No generational thinking. But the Most High showing us through Jacob, buy the land, establish ownership, create inheritance, think generationally. This purchase was prophetic. Why? Because it established legal right to the land, just like Jeremiah 32:44. Men shall buy fields for money and subscribe evidences and seal them and take witnesses in the land of Benjamin. Same way Jacob doing it. The problem with y'all today is y'all don't have an investment mindset. No future thinking. No legacy building. Just day-to-day surviving. Just like the Good Time song. But Jacob is showing us legal documentation, strategic purchasing, generational planning, and wealth building. Because if you don't learn to invest in properly, establish ownership, build generational wealth, think long term, the Most High gonna watch you stay landless, remain propertyless, keep renting, and build absolutely nothing. Stop playing around and start building like Jacob did. And we finish it up with verse 20. After securing the bag, Jacob did what? He built an altar, called it El Elohi Israel, meaning God, the God of Israel. Let me break it down. He got the land first, then built an altar, established worship, declared his God. That's what we should be doing, family. This is that Psalm 24:1 energy right here. The earth is the Lord, and the fullness thereof, the world, and they that dwell therein. Jacob is showing respect to the Most High because of the blessings that he got from him. Every time our forefathers got established, family, Abraham built altars. Isaac built altars. Jacob built altars. They marked territory with what? Worship. Look at the name. Not God of everybody. Not God of all nations. But God of Israel. Specific. Exclusive. Set apart. So-called black people. We are set apart. He is our God. These heathen don't know him. No matter how many lessons and sermons they do, it don't matter. They making it all up. They have no relationship with our God. It's all for clicks and views. They know nothing. 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 Like Isaiah 41:8 declares, but thou, Israel, art my servant. Jacob, whom I have chosen. Jacob, whom I have chosen. Jacob, whom I have chosen. The seed of Abraham, my friend. The seed, that's physical descendants, family. Physical, not the spiritual seed these heathen keep on blabbing about today. The problem with y'all today, y'all got the order backwards. Trying to worship with no foundation. Praying with no establishment. Spiritual with no substance. But Jacob is showing us, get the land. Build the altar. Declare the name. Establish the worship. But some of y'all are worshiping other gods. Following other ways, mixing up the order, and lost your identity. You think you're black, African American, Brazilian, Haitian, Jamaican, English, Irish, Ugandan, Nigerian, Ghanaian, Australian, Chinese, so-called, so forth. You're lost. But Jacob is showing us who to worship, how to worship, when to worship, and where to worship. This is why Exodus 20:3 says, thou shalt have no other gods before me. No other gods before me. No other gods before me. Wake up, family. Get your foundation right. Build your altar. Declare your God. Establish your worship. The Most High ain't playing with this mixing and matching. He is the God of Israel. Not everybody's God. Not the universal spirit. The God of Israel. When you going to stop the confusion, family? When y'all going to do that? When you going to end the mixing? When you going to get the order right? Return to true worship. The chapter ends with Jacob showing us. Get the separation from Esau. Build the house, Succoth. Buy the land, field. Establish the worship altar. That's the blueprint, Israel. It's time to stop the foolishness. End the confusion. Get the order right. Return to truth, because if you don't follow this pattern, keep this order, maintain the separation, establish this worship, the Most High gonna keep you wandering, keep you confused, keep you scattered, and keep you lost. This blueprint right here in Genesis 33. Stop playing church. Stop playing religion. Stop mixing with the nations and return to the truth. And with that, I leave you with my new song. They not Esau. Shalom, family. All praise and great glory to the Most High Yah for allowing me to establish this worship, this wisdom onto your ears today. I thank the Most High for the spirit and the wisdom. May you guys enjoy and have a blessed week. Yah willing, we'll be back again next Sabbath day to do Genesis 34. Shalom, family.
When born came out ruddy and lit. Hebrew word and mighty is what the scripture said. Not talking about no white man with sunburned face. Word needs to show blood in the face. Let's break the case. Check history, no white man in that region. Mediterranean people, that's basic reason. Caucasians came much later to that scene. Greco-Roman time, know what I mean. Ruddy like David, that's the same description. Both were Hebrews, make that connection. If David was dark, then what's the reflection? Esau was too, that's the true direction. Esau was a white, check the facts right. Scripture proves it when you read it right. Same region, same phenotype. Stop pushing lies that don't align right. History shows what the truth exposed. Geography tells what the scripture knows. Esau and Jacob from the same womb came. Both Hebrews, both looking the same. Romans weren't the original Edomites. Check the timeline, get your facts right. Conquered people take conqueror's name. That's why identity's not the same. Hero was Edomite, history records. Dark-skinned man, that's what time affords. No European presence in those days. In the land where Jacob's seed held sway. Middle Eastern people, that's the context. Anything else is just nonsense. Both twins Hebrew, both twins black. That's a truth that they holding back. Read it right. Read it. Study deep. Study. Truth ain't hard. If you see. Same mother Rebecca, same father too. Both twins Hebrew, this ain't nothing new. Geography proves what we trying to say. No white folk in that land in those days. Really means blood showing through the skin. A melanated people, that's how it's been. Like David was, so is Esau too. Check the Hebrew, it's proven true. Esau wasn't white, check the facts right. Scripture proves it when you read it right. Same region, same phenotype. Stop pushing lies that don't align right. History shows what the truth exposed. Geography tells what the scripture knows. Esau and Jacob from the same womb came. Both Hebrews, both looking the same. Study to show thyself approved.
Precept upon precept, line upon line. study to show thyself approved, precept upon precept, line upon line,